Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, testing, testing, testing. Alright, I think I can actually maybe bump up the music like a little bit more. JK, it was way too loud. Alright, I think that's better. Alright, hello, and welcome live from not WWDC, but from my bedroom. As from my office, as per usual. We will see if eventually there will be a dog in the dog bed. Instead, he just wants to lay on the hard floor down here for some reason and not in his comfy bed. Anyway, how's the week going, y'all? This week has been a time. It's been a hard push at work for some features that we have cooking up, And then also with it being dub, Cat's trying to watch videos whenever I can, that good stuff. And then also this week has been, I decided that I needed a new hobby. Last night I got bored of writing code and decided I needed a new hobby. So my wife had to go to the yarn store that's close by, and for her cross stitching, try to get some embroidery floss. And I decided that I was going to pick up cross stitching also. So that is now my non-tech, non-outside hobby. At about like 8:30ish last night, I was like, man, I want to do something that's not in front of a screen. It's still a little too hot to go outside and wander around with my camera. And definitely like the sun was about to set, so definitely not going to go explore anywhere really. So I decided that I needed something, and that apparently was cross stitch today. So that is what I am doing while watching DC videos now, is cross stitching. Cool. So what are we doing today though? As the screen says, we are going to be working on some stuff, obviously. We're going to be working on adding an account flow. I said specifically a checking account flow in like the to-do app, and that is mainly, so I'm using reminders here. Hard to see because the font's so small, but I promise that is reminders. Hold on. Cool. So that is so that's my plan. That's what I'm trying to get done for this version. Of course, things are going to get added to here as much as possible. Oh, that's gross. We are running Mac OS 26, I am running Mac OS 26 here, so there's going to be some beta things. Notice how round the corners are. If the stream randomly stops, we're going to blame the beta and not anything on my end besides installing the beta. So there's a slew of things here that I need to get done. For at least the iOS side. This isn't even touching the like database side whenever I want to get to that. So yeah, here we are. So today we're going to do the checking account flow. So the checking account is just like your standard cash account. There's nothing really, I guess not checking, I guess I should really call it a cash account flow. Cash versus credit versus like a loan maybe at some point. But this is just money comes in, money comes out. Nothing special has to happen for the pockets here. Or for transactions here, they just get assigned to a pocket. Money will be taken from that pocket whenever you spend it, and then and they get assigned to an account so that you can go and see, all of my transactions came from the Chase account instead of them not being organized that way. So that's what we're doing today, is adding a cash account flow. The reason why the cash account is different than like a checking account here is because, the cash account is different than like a credit card account, is because a credit card has to account for what happens when you spend. So basically when you spend from a pocket on a credit card, it's going to go into a separate like credit card payment pocket so that you always have that money stashed away to pay from your credit card. To me, that's the killer feature of YNAB and what I really need in here inside this budgeting app for me to actually want to use it. So that's why it's a separate thing. But first, we're going to deal with the cash account stuff. And feel free, drop in, say hi, all that good stuff. Boom. All right. So we are also, because I am on Mac OS 26, also inside Xcode 26. Again, let's hope it all works. I'm going to try to use the special ChatGPT integration, see how this goes. I so far have honestly not been a fan of it. It just has not been great at giving me it hasn't been great. It hasn't actually been as tuned as something like Alex, which is more geared towards Xcode and Swift programming, which is really weird. I know this is beta 1, but I was hoping for a little bit more than just like straight up basically what OpenAI would give me. I was hoping for like a little bit more training on the like Swift and SwiftUI and stuff like that. something where it didn't hit quite right for me were previews, and trying to get it to generate a preview for me properly inside this project. It just wasn't working right. So that's where we are. Why is this not using, like, see, this isn't, I think this was done in Alex. I don't think this was done here. But this is not a preview here. This is like a preview macro. Convert this to use the preview macro instead of the preview provider. So let's see what happens. Let's just see. It also talks a lot, like a lot. Like, it does a lot of explanation, which I'm not great about. I don't do that. Which I don't really like. What's wrong? Resource invalidation. Try again. Maybe my preview will work. I really hope it works. Great. I use previews throughout a lot. Sweet. So we have it. These are just different progress bars, basically. They exist inside the Pocket card. So if we go to here, and you see these on the, like, dashboard. So I guess I can go show the actual, like, dashboard. Let's see. App view. So, I think I decided I am gonna target iOS 26 with this. I just don't foresee it being done before iOS 26 is actually out, so might as well go with the latest and greatest. I really like this idea of having the plus button here. I know that, like, according to the HIG, like, actions are not supposed to be inside the tab bar, which I guess they are here. Like, there's that, like, I am using it inside the tab bar. But, you know, search does this, right? On the new, like, music app, you can search, it puts the search down here. So I'm kind of abusing this role to have it a search field, but it's cool. I like it. And then also new in iOS 26 is letting this on scroll down happen. So it just kind of disappears. So you can see a little bit more of the content below. I don't know if it makes sense on scroll down or on scroll up. I do like that it goes away though. So when you scroll down, it's there. When you scroll up, it goes away. That kind of thing. I could go either way on it. So if y'all have opinions, please let me know. I'd be super happy with opinions being given. So this is what we have so far. Very simple, very rudimentary. I am using basically everything with stock, so I didn't actually do much of anything here besides add this role.search. This role here, that's about all I added in to get the plus button at the bottom right. And then also the tab bar worked right out of the box instead of these toolbar buttons. They just existed once I launched it in Xcode 26, which was cool. I just got to see everything that was happening. Kind of existing off of it. I'm not too sold on this design anymore now that I've seen iOS 26. I mean, yeah, with the class effect stuff. So we'll probably have to play with this a bit more. The idea was also for this to be more, this being like the list of pockets, was to be more of like grid-based. But yeah. So what we're gonna do today though, like I said, we're gonna deal with the add account and then hopefully if we get through the add account, we'll get into like an add transaction thing. So let's go work with that. Add transaction flow. But first, let's add an account. Okay, so let's go to features. New folder. Accounts. Let's call it money account. And the reason why I'm going for money account here and not just account is because there is at some point going to be actual user accounts, and I don't want to get that confused, so I just want to be specific. Does even money accounts make sense as a feature itself? I guess so. We can always rearrange and call these later. New file from templates. Let's call it a view. And the reason why we're trying to hit adding accounts, adding transactions really quickly is because I actually want to play with the foundation models given from SwiftUI, given this year in WWDC, but I need something to play with them with, and having the transactions and stuff in here like would be really good. So new money account form view. Do I have? I probably don't. No, we do. Should have hooks and such. Let me make sure they're running. So this is just me wanting to make sure my commit hooks are running. So I should be able to just do this. Why? This doesn't make sense. All right, cursor. Am I getting this error? To fix it, okay, great. I just didn't actually set it to be able to read and write. Great. All right. We are good. So now the hooks are set up. And let's ask it to update the README. Where is the README so I can see what it wants to add? Great. Does format need this also though? Let's try running it real quick. Format works great. All right. So let's go ahead and just. Oh, those are not great. That is source control, not necessarily like scripts. Add these, take these out. Sure. Update script. Commit hook script. Okay, great. Those are added. So now I can close cursor for now. All right, so we're in Hello World. The new money account view. What do we need to know from an account? I need to open back up cursor, actually. Whoops. Docs, entities. These are not the entities I thought. These are not anything I thought. Cool. Open. Let's go into just seeing what's inside my entities here. Where are my domain models? Money account. So we need a budget. So every account belongs to a budget ID, which should be passed in through the service. There's a name, a type, currency. We're just going to default to USD. Let's actually add a reminder here. Support multi-currency. Created ad, updated ad. Okay, cool. And we have cash, credit card, or unknown. That's fine. So let's make a... Alright, so I don't know who decided this inside Xcode world, but something I don't like about Xcode right now, and maybe this is just I don't know what I'm doing, but it used to be when you would edit a file inside Xcode, it would just open up. So like if I opened up a new file on top of this, I would automatically have a new like tab. That's not the case. So the number of times that I actually go and accidentally close my Xcode has been greatly increased right now, and it is a bit frustrating. Hey Adam, how's it going? What's up? Hey, how has your dub week been? Jesse Ray Devs, what cursor theme is that? I am using, what am I using? Great question. Where is it? It's what? Command K, Command T? Nope. I used to know these. Settings. Theme. Color, Command R, Command T. I am using one of the Capuchin themes. I think it's Capuchin Macchiato. I'm actually using that across both of these with the font Maple Mono, I believe. Is that right? Themes. Yeah, Maple Mono with the Capuchin Mocha. We can find it very easily. Where did it go? Here it is. Capuchin theme. They have one website to rule them all. You can find all of the color schemes for all of your favorite editors here. I love it. It's really nice and easy on the eyes, and then also it has a lot of different colors as well, which is nice. So if you also like, well, those are the palettes. Yeah, it looks great. It looks awesome. I use it across, like I said, all of my code editors, and then I also use it for work as well. And the Maple Mono is a free font, which is also nice. Maple Mono. I like it just a smidge more than like JetBrains Mono because it's not as harsh. Is this it? I think this was it. Almost positive this was it. Again, it's just not as harsh, like with the right edges. Anyway, like it as well. That was, I love changing up fonts and such. But this was great, and it included the ligatures. I am very much sold on this one. 3. All right. Sweet. Let's keep going and figuring out. What is Command Shift P? Oh, does that pin it to the top? Oh, interesting. Okay, so that gave me a pin. Huh. All right, we're learning new things, y'all. Learning new things. So Command Shift P allows you to pin a file. I mean, helpful, right? But still, like, it broke my muscle memory. Like, I'm like dying over here. I'm not kidding. I closed Xcode like 4 different times yesterday. Ugh. All right, new account view. I said I needed the account name. So let's at state private var account name. Quote, at state private var account type equals account type dot cache. Again, we're defaulting to cache, but we could change what it is. that it? Is that all I need to know? Oh, we do need to know the balance. No, the account type is not, account does not keep track of its own balance. That is going to be derived based on the transactions. So I don't think we need to know the the starting balance yet. Yeah, no, that's fine. If the user I guess we could know the starting balance actually, and then if the user has a starting balance, we can just make a transaction. So if this change is more than $0, then we need to then make a transaction for that amount called initial balance. With today's date, do not let yeah, that should be enough, just so that I have it in here to remember. All right, I just feel like adding it a whole slew of like things in here would be a lot. So let's just keep this simple. VStack, text field, account name, text field style, done, rounded border, because that's always a good time. Opacity. So account name dot is empty. So we're gonna do this account name is empty trick here, because what this will let me do, let's do alignment dot leading. Whenever I type it in, it's just going to appear right there, and it keeps the spacing the same. So like if I wrap this in a VStack, text hello world, notice there's this empty spot here. I don't have any spacing, right? We just have this empty spot because of this opacity. So whenever I type in Chase, maybe if the preview wants to. Anyway, if I give it a value here, preview is loading. So anything I want to show is not going to work. Awesome. Okay, cool. Chase, notice that that spacing is the exact same. So that's what we're going with here. So that it can fade in, fade out, all that jazz as expected. Let's keep another VStack. Alignment. Leading. Why? I don't know what goes on, but I've noticed that for some reason it like goes into work mode like almost anytime I'm in Xcode, which is really weird. Like my do not disturb, which is really weird, especially because I just want to turn on, I have a streaming mode. Like that's all that it should be. I think that's based off my calendar. Like I have a calendar event right now, which is also really weird though, but I don't know what's going on. All right, we have this leading. Next one, let's do a picker. Well, I guess, yeah, we'll just do it. That's fine. These are a lot, there's a lot new, there's a whole slew of new options now. Account type, system image. I don't know, what system images do we have here? Oh, I never downloaded the new SF symbols. That's fine. Oh no. I have not put a system image with a picker before. Let's just see what happens. Bling account type. Well, we have cache. Checking. Dot tag. Account type dot cache. Tag. Account type dot checking. I mean dot credit. So putting in a system image did nothing. What if I change this to a form? I'm just curious how the system image plays into effect, and maybe it'll never work on here, which is also fine. Oh, there it is. So inside a form, you do get it. Okay. Neat. I don't want it in a form though. So what if we do a dot picker style dot segmented. Great, and we don't need that then. Text account type dot font dot caption maybe. Yeah, so new macOS, new Xcode, lots of new things today. Yeah, I did it for science and because yeah, so it is new Xcode, it is new macOS, it is both. I wanted to play with the Chat GPT integration, so that's why I mainly have it here. I would use it more so for designs if I had designs, but I don't right now. I'm just kind of making it up as I go. And then, like, you're seeing me design on stream. Sorry, my dog has bad gas, and it's not good. And then the Mac OS, because I want a Chat GPT integration, well, there we go. We had to upgrade Mac OS. Xcode made sense to upgrade and test out and see. Yeah, it's all running on my personal machine, so if I go dark for some reason, we're gonna blame it on macOS not being compatible with something I'm trying to do. And if I ever, yeah, so that's what we're going with. I do have a, so this is my I'm running on my M1 Max, MacBook Pro, which is personal. I do have a Mac Mini that, like, if something were to happen to my personal machine, I can just boot up the Mac Mini finally and do everything from there. And then the work laptop, I've left everything the same. So that is still running Xcode. That's still running macOS, whatever the current macOS is. That's like, and the current Xcode. I do have Xcode 26 downloaded there, but I have not built our app in it, to be honest, yet. Someone else has. Another coworker has. Enough for me to see, oh, I don't want to, like, get distracted yet on that. But yeah, so that's what I got here. If I was doing more, so yeah, Adam, that's good to have a backup. You just have one laptop, so as much as you'd love to experiment, it's more, but too dangerous for me. Yeah, totally makes sense. Honestly, if it was more, if I had more, sorry, if I had the, what is it? If I was more indie and not relying on work as much, I probably wouldn't do it as much. And if I had, like, contract work saved up, like, that was counting on me, I also wouldn't do it. It just doesn't, like, last summer I was doing more contract work, so I just didn't want to risk it for the biscuit. Especially whenever we were trying to launch my client was trying to launch an app, it just did not work at all. It did not want to work. Oh, sure. Hey, Nutter, what is up? How's it going? What's going on? Cool, that gave it a little bit more breathing room. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. How's it going? I really don't like the keyboard's not working right now inside here, but I'm sure it'll come back. You're in debugging mode. Ugh. That is never a fun mode. I'm good. Just kind of, you know, it's always nice building it out from scratch, not having to deal not having to deal with too much tech debt until I'm ready for, you know, to go back and revisit things, and then it becomes tech debt basically as soon as I type it. But it's a good time so far. So that, what if I do? That should be fine. Let's do. I want basically account name. So as soon as you start typing, or as soon as to animate up, fade up. So this is where I'm really bad at SwiftUI. I don't actually know any of the animation syntax whatsoever here. So let's. Usually that's where AI really helps me, as I describe what I want, and sometimes it does it correctly. So let's try it. When account name gets its first character, I'd like the text. Oh, I guess it wouldn't really slide up because it's just opacity, right? So the opacity is still there. Lame. Let's see what happens though. Text account. Oops. Chat. Help me. Cool. Oh, that's cool. There's a document function. We'll have to try that in a minute. Okay. Well, that's nifty. I mean, I already have it, right? We don't need that, so we can revert. Or not. Don't revert. That's fine. It hit revert and then it applied it, and that was weird. Weird things happening here. Like this to crossfade up in opacity when account name is not empty. I would also like it to move up, move up to its spot above the text field as it's cross-fading up. I do not want the view to change height, though. Right, so we don't want the view to change height because, again, if there's something on top of it, I don't want it to move up and down. I want it to just be the same. Let's see what happens. I'm still trying to figure out how to properly prompt AI to give me good results. Alright, so this is gonna keeps the height. That's kind of what I expected, honestly, except for the offset thing. So, to achieve a crossfade, overlay I really don't like how wordy. I mean, it's great that it's wordy because I usually am hey, why did you do this? Why did you do that? Because I like to use it to learn. But also at the same time, I'm dude, this is just way too much words. Too many words. Okay, so let's see if I close that and open it back up, if that'll get the keyboard working again. The keyboard worked once and it was great. It is macOS 26, Nutter. What is going on? Yeah, sorry, not what's going on. We already talked. It's been a long day. Okay. There. Oh, that was cool. Nice. These like little things that can happen. Like, I was expecting a Z stack like this to keeps the height. We animate the overlay up. This is a super nice little. I love AI for like this little like animation stuff, to be honest, because I care about it, but not as much as I probably should. All right, where are we? Horizontal. Let's put in just a little smidgen padding here. All right, good enough. I do need a save button, I guess. Add account. Probably should be fine. Assad, I am building a budgeting app. This is a, welcome in. This is like a zero-based budget app, kind of similar to like you need a budget. I'm building out adding an account to the budget though. So like I already have a dashboard, and to be able to add transactions. So to do that, I have to have accounts first. I need to have the ability to add an account. So I'm starting with that first. So the user can add an account if there's not one when they add a transaction, basically. Cash or credit card, account name, add account. Great. What style should we give this? If you're interested in reading more about it, I have it on my website somewhere. Hold on. Posts. I do a lot of... Here. This is just a quick little blurb about what it is, what I'm building, stuff like that, on my website, if you wanted to hear more about it. I'm always curious what the glass stuff looks like. I personally, because it probably won't be on... Oh, it's so cool. I know it's gimmick. I know there's a lot of hate right now for the glass, but I think it's like I think it's a super cool look. And I actually don't even mind it on my device. But yeah. Let's do a bordered prominent though. I actually need to go through and adjust. Let's add this as a reminder real quick. Remove button styles. I had made a lot of custom button styles for here, which looked super great. Like they worked fine, they looked fine. Like I created the primary, secondary, a capsule looking thing, except now I guess they're not too square, but like the standard button doesn't look the same anymore. So like the price of trying to do an app right before WWDC with a rumored redesign is what ended up happening. Alright, so this is going to add the new account. Let's actually make it centered. So do I actually need this centered, or can leading, can I get away with this? You're cautiously optimistic, but wonder if they could tone it down slightly. That is valid. Like I agree that it does need to be, toned down. I ended up having to switch. I felt the need to switch my wallpaper from what it was previously because there was like a lot of white on the wallpaper. So it made like the notifications really hard to read. But I'm still like, it's growing on me. The more and more I see like iOS 26 and use it, like I really like it. I think it's really fun. I think it's totally worth like exploring and seeing how like to be a good citizen in it. Yeah. I'm not looking forward to like the sudden shift in design language though from different apps. Like the ATP guys, the Accidental Tech Podcast guys, were talking about how iOS 7 to iOS 18 really allowed for companies to kind of like brand the apps however they want to because of how flat the design language was, right? So really going from one app to another, it was totally fine. But because of this like really opinionated design that's coming in, we're going to see a stark shift in like system apps, stock Swift, maybe not even just stock SwiftUI apps, but SwiftUI apps and that have like only like customize the color and such, which is what I generally do in my apps. Like those type of apps are going to have more like of the Apple feel now with like the glass and such like that, whereas like Reddit is probably not going to adopt the new glassy like UI as much, so it might look out of place. I also have no idea. Reddit could. I am just talking about like a big app that might not. So we'll see. I mean, I have a feeling that's going to be jarring. I know I just personally made like the switch from like I do this every year when the betas drop, is I switch most of my workflow from like Notion or whatever like note-keeping app I'm using that's not Apple to Apple apps. So like I went to Notes, Reminders, Numbers, so I can actually like interact with like the system more to see like what the design language is going to be and stuff like that. Also, usually those get the newer design, usually those get updated for the new system and get new features and stuff, so it gives me a reason to play with them. Excuse me. But yeah. Exactly. See how the new stuff feels, see how Apple also intended for it to work. I'm gonna have to give feedback like this sucks, like in the reminder view, like this just really like what is going on with this header. And I'm pretty sure if I mean even in light mode it looks a little bit better, but not like the best still. All right, going back, sorry for everyone's eyes. Yeah, so that's just like, it's so stark. Or like you barely like swipe up here and it like makes the whole thing dark underneath like the title. Like that shouldn't be the case. Someone needs to clean that up. Anyway, just kind of like what's going on. Kind of see again how Apple's intending things like this, these tab bars out up here, stuff like that. No, go away. Cool. All right, so we have this. We have an ad account that's going to implement. We need to get a budget service in here. Do I have budget service? Yeah, I think that's, I don't think you're alone with that, Adam. Like the new change is very exciting, but like, yeah, exactly. Like how much work is it going to add? I know at work, I recommended like starting to look at this in like mid-July so that we can have enough time to figure out, you know, all the edge cases we'll have to update. We do a lot of custom work in SwiftUI, so hopefully we overrid enough that it's not going to bite us, but I still see some stuff we're going to have to go and rethink because of we like blurred the lines between custom and non-custom, like maybe just like a simple overlay over a tab bar. Like now when you use the tab bar, like you still get the glass effect, and that like obviously we don't want that kind of stuff. Yeah, so we definitely have to see that, figure that out. Oh yeah, that is going to be a bit rough getting that. Where is a view? Here it is. I just wanted this. I should make this like something I can grab, but Yeah, the Mac Catalyst is definitely going to take a little bit of a beating there. I'm sure you'll find all the edge cases, so I definitely suggest sending in those feedbacks. Where was I? There. It doesn't really, I mean it does. And then we can pass in budget service here, and now if I do this, cool. My ad break is about to hit on Twitch. I'm gonna go walk around for a bit, stretch my legs. I've been going for about almost an hour. So I will be back in like a minute or so. I also need to refill my water. I don't like letting I don't like talking over the ad break. So again, I'll be back in like a minute or so. Enjoy, talk and chat with each other, and I'll be RB. Alright, I am back-ish. I'm waiting for the ad to end on Twitch, but I can chat for people who don't have ads. The cat wanted in, and then she wanted out, and then I'm guessing I'll probably have to let her in again. This is just the constant life of cats. Yeah. Haha. I was muted. Thanks, Nutter. I was muted and everyone missed the awesome time. Yeah, thank you, lady Danny Soar. Hello, hello. Thank you. Welcome into the chat. It was not working this entire time, which is also... Hey, are you okay? Which was great. I was doing an architecture overview. I did an architecture overview. So basically, I'm using SwiftData as data persistence locally in the app. Those are communicated with repositories, and then services do all the bridging between the repositories and all the extra stuff. So like when you create a budget, all the extra gunk that goes with it, like PocketBudget, creating defaults, all that jazz. So that is what happened there. That is what you missed, except it was a little bit more detailed. So that's great. I also talked about how I let the cat in the room and then had to let her out of the room. It was a ordeal. So that's what you missed on Jay's live stream. So now back into this. Let's... add an account. .font. Bold. Enough. I think this is fine. It gets the gist across. I'm still not completely sold. Mic and music is working again. Sweet. Thanks, Manu. Appreciate it. Sup. Welcome. How's it going? I appreciate everyone who lets me know when stuff is not working, because sometimes I forget what actually toggles and switches when I switch scenes. Let's add a bit more padding on the top here. Great. Oops. Func add account. You're trying to move a bunch of Swift code into a Swift package, so a lot of publics, protocols, and inits. Ugh. Fun in a very odd sense of the word fun. I understand the fun part of it though. Yeah, that's fine. Sorry, I was just trying to think if I wanted a view model or if I just wanted to keep things here. I think it's fine to keep things here. I haven't quite decided how I'm going to get things out, like what happens like in this flow, like where does this come from, and then where do you go after you hit add account, basically. So we'll just keep it here. That is true. It is nice to see a large project broken up into more chunks. You are not wrong. Yeah, not wrong at all. But yeah, it's been a long-term goal. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I am kind of itching at putting this into models. I mean, into modules lately, but we'll see what happens. Oh yeah. I also do that too from time to time. Netter, forgetting to actually do the public init on the Swift packages because it's not necessary when you're inside your own package. Like, yeah, I get it. I mean, whenever you're inside the project, like, it happens. I totally get that too, especially for like views. Views are the worst for me. Like, if I'm doing these in like separate packages, like views are the absolute worst that I always forget the inits on. All right. I don't think I have. Thorgy. I think it's Thorgy. Dog gas, y'all. It's deathly sometimes. Okay, so I don't think I have. So Method transactions, no. I don't have a create account. Let's do service plus accounts. Money accounts. Keep it consistent, right? Budget service. Holds all functions related to holds all CRUD functions. CRUF, basically. CRUF. Related to what are we related to? Accounts. Alright, so here we need to do a func add money account. Should we do with that? I also don't understand why it always tries to do with this with checked like continuation thing. Like nothing about this needs with checked communication. I mean with checked continuation. Like everything is written like especially that custom like function. Like that's mine. I wrote that. I know it's async throws. I don't like that this is now a new, like, what? I mean, I guess I just need to learn the, like, shortcuts, but it's now an extra, like, tap for me to do things. And I don't like it. I'm not a fan. I don't know. I've been in Xcode for way too long, and I'm not fans when they change a lot of things. All right, so we have the repository insert. Oh, great. So it's just try await account repository dot insert money account. That should be it. And it seems really silly to pass through just for this one thing, but I think it's fine. Oh, I totally forgot in the new budget, in the new thing, a new money account to account for the, the initial balance. That's what I was looking for. Wait, does this not work either anymore? That's lame. That was also something I used to do. So again, this is just breaking workflows. I need to give feedback. You used to also be able to drag like files, I think, over and open them that way. Because I'm on macOS 26, I can't compare and contrast here. But I am quickly becoming not a fan of this Xcode. I mean, that's fine. Like, it is what it is. I'll get used to it again, but it's just breaking habits. Why did we? Oh. How do I go back? What's the? Okay. I was hoping it would show me like a keyboard shortcut to go back, but I guess not. Let's do starting balance at, yeah. So here we can do let money account equal money account we'll initialize a new ID when it's made. The budget ID is going to be budget service.id. Ooh, actually, well, I guess whenever I make a money account, it has to do this. I wonder if the service should not take in a money account and it just takes in the name and initial balance and the type. Yeah, that's what it should do. So let account name equals account name. Let type equals account type. Let starting balance equals starting balance. And then we can go into a task here. Do catch. Let's grab analytics because I haven't launched the app yet, but you know what? There's going to be analytics. So let's just put that in. Analytics to catch the error, and now we can do analytics dot check error. Catch the error. Error level. Critical. What else? View name. Add an account. Or sorry, new money account view. I know there's a way that I can get this new money account here, like view automatically in, like from the struct, but I don't know quite how to do that. Allergies are awful today also. So we'll just leave it like that. All right, then we can now do this. Try await budget service dot create money account with name type is a type. Starting balance is starting balance. Alright, I know, it doesn't have it. We're gonna go find it, I promise. We'll go make it. Func create account from, what I say, name, string, type, money account type. Might just be called account type. Yep. Starting balance is a double. It shouldn't be a double, it should actually be an int. Whoops. God, it just makes my life easier. Alright. Do I want to convert from an int there, from a double to an int there, and then in here, or should I? No, I want to put it in here. I want as much logic as possible to live inside the service. Again, over engineering a bit, but with like testability, I think that's a big deal there. Let's go back into the view. New money account view. Will I ever remember what it's called? Probably not. Alright, so create account. It should totally be async try? No, async throws. Wow. There we go. Great. Alright, so now inside budget service is where we will make a new account. So let's go actually make sure. What is it? Money account it's probably account repository type. It does not throw a money account back. I mean, it does not return a money account. We should return a money account because I need to know that domain ID so I can assign the transaction to it if there's a starting balance. All right, and let's go see what happens. It should say, hey, we no longer work. Return account. And return accounts at account.d. So let's do whatever. It should. It should always. I mean, the memory repositories are only for me testing. If it fails while testing, like I know the issue, right? Or at least I should. I'll just add a to-do to make it better. And then we also need the actor account actor repository. As this no longer also works correctly. Alright, so insert account. So this should just be .toDomain return try. And then this is going to be the same thing. Return try account entity .toDomain. Whoops. Great. This toDomain is just a function I have on these entities that takes it to a domain model. So it just basically gets the budget, makes it a whole money account here, based on the properties inside the entity. So that I don't have to deal with these like managed objects. Yeah. Budget service. Right, so now that we have that, so let new account equal. So first we need to make sure there's a budget. Guard let budget, else throw budget service error dot no budget set. Now we can make a new account. So let new account equal money account do. Just initialize it with a random ID. That's all I need. With the budget ID, so we can do budget dot domain ID or budget dot ID. String is a name. Type now. I cannot find UUID in scope. That's because I don't have a foundation. How are we doing? How's everyone doing in chat so far? Alright, so we have this new account. We need to actually save the account now, so let saved account equals try wait account repository dot insert new account. Great. Now we need to take this starting balance okay, so we need to take the starting balance. We're going to assume this double. We're going to assume this double and take it into an int. I really don't like that it's going to be a double. What is a better solution here for me to get it from this view into here? I'm just trying to think of all the like ways that a double could go wrong. This might be like a better question for ChatGPT. I store transactions with an integer and plan on storing the starting balance as an integer also at transaction. Just to give it context as to what I'm thinking here. Should I keep this coming in as a double or make it come in as a string? What would be best if I want to support multi-currency? If I want to support accounts having different currencies, not a single account will have a single currency, but that currency is not always going to be USD. We'll see what happens. I don't know. As a classic challenge, why not double? Precision issues, why use int? Okay, yeah, but wait, this isn't the question. This isn't answering the question I'm asking. Yes, I already have that. I already have money account. Money account structured that way, except for starting balance, which I don't need right now. I'm asking if I should have this come in as an int or a string. Have this come in as a double int, string, or double, since this will be passed in from the view at new money account view. Not passed in, called would have been better. Alright, so again, I don't care how to think about it. Like, I really just want it to give me an answer. But keep in mind, binding directly to double, present issues of localization. Yeah, I know, that's to string, and then parsing is often more robust. So pass the parsed and validated value to your service as int. I don't... This makes your service logic simple and type safe. I am telling it the service needs to do the validating for testing purposes. I can't test a SwiftUI view function. Accept a string typically comes in text fields, lets your service handle. Okay, but what should recommendation? If you want it to be responsible for all validation, have it come in as a string, then it can. See, like, this is like the part that's not necessary. Like, I literally just wanted it to tell me like what to do. And if I wanted to know why, like, let me ask why afterwards. put the text before the recommendation. Sorry, I've been giving like feedback on this because like hopefully it helps someone somewhere see that like what's going on. Some people might want the feedback, so I want the top part, but I just don't really. And it's a lot to read through to just get to the recommendations. Don't ask again, just submit. Great. Great, so let's make this actually a string. Fine. Yeah, can you please show me the validation logic then? Let's assume at currency is set to .usd, as that is the default, and at money account. I like to just give it the context as it needs. No, this is why not use say like it's trying to like use like a custom. That's cool. How it's popping out there like this. Like it's trying to use like a parser. Like this is dumb. Like this is what I was trying to avoid. And Swift that can do this. Yes, there is. Like, why wouldn't it, like, default to that? Like... I don't understand why it wouldn't default to that at all. Also, like, I'm pretty sure I have a formatter that actually does this. Okay, oh, it's trying to format and purely formatting. Function is purely formatting an integer. So, I mean, it sounds like I just need to. So I think, so your formatter, so the formatter that like ChatGPT was trying to make me was way too complex because really I can just use this. I have the amount, the whole amount. I need to take this string and convert it to an integer. Just make it an integer, and then I can use at currency formatter. Right? Oh. Cool, I am out of tokens in this chat. Great. Huh. Well, that was really like. Am I out of tokens in the chat, or am I out of tokens like completely? No, it says I'm under limit. I wish it said what the limit was, right? Like that would be great. Let's try again. let's see what this does. So great question. Yes, Swift Foundation does include formatters and parse strategies for currency, which you can use to validate and parse user entered strings. This is still stupid because it wants me to multiply. So I don't understand how this is locale aware when it's like, nah, here's like we're doing the USD thing. Like this is not what I wanted at all. I wanted something more on it. I thought there was something more like automatic with formatting. This way to get the starting balance string, which represents money into an integer. At budget. Service plus money accounts at budget at new money account view at currency. Sure. Can you please give me the best way to get the starting balance? Let's see. Great question. Let me break it down. Okay. So can you do it? Can you implement it, please? Okay, so I wish it would just do that part for me, but okay. Oh my god. Fucking bullshit. Sorry. Cursing. Ugh. Oh, and my conversations are... Okay. Again, getting used to workflows. Why? Why? Full money string is there. The integer should just be the string without the money symbols. I can do this in a more direct way, for example. Yeah, but I mean, I never imagined storing them as like cents directly, which is going to change based on every like changes based on every currency. Sanitize, filter. What? If your intention is to treat the integer as just the digits of the value, you could do this in a more direct way, especially if you're not interested in fractional sense. For example, with the string 123.45, removing the symbols and periods would yield 1245, which how does starting balance dot contains, so that's going to just completely filter out. What do you mean it doesn't conform? Go back here. It's not that, it's a new money account, view, string. Cool. That should be enough to do this. Let's go back though and canvas. Oh no, turn it back on. Let's try this out. I think I could do, how does the playground macro work? Playground macro Xcode 26. Okay, to learn more about the playground macro, see running code snippets for the playground macro. Oh. Damn you, Apple. Is it like the whole thing? Yeah. Awesome. Let's see what... Is it Vincent? Yeah, Vincent has to say. So I have to import playgrounds, and then that'll open up there. All right. Playgrounds. And then I can do a hashtag playground. Because I'm just curious. So let starting balance equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dot oh, because it's regex, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What, filter? Was it filter? Is that how they did it? Sweet. I mean, that looks pretty nifty to me. I mean, I know that doesn't like validate to make sure that the like decimal and everything is in the right place or whatnot, but I don't know how much I care right now. Versus trying to get something that more so works at the same time. I mean, I think that's cool. I have no idea. That is a super nifty thing. Also, like this, like playgrounds, doing that, being able to just pull in like a playground right here to try whatever like I was just told in here, like super cool. I don't care about that. So now we can do, yeah, that playground feature, like so neat, like honestly. That was fun. Kind of neat for neat addition there. Then we just delete it and it's gone. Like, so cool. I'm assuming if I left a playground in there, it wouldn't get compiled with like my app and stuff. I should go watch the video about that. So let sorry, not iflet. So we really only need to do this part. Add starting transaction. Add starting balance if needed. If not, then should be fine. Yeah, it's treated like a preview. Nice. That's awesome. Then yeah, like there would be no, I mean, that's so cool. Like to just be able to like put in a test function also. Like I know it doesn't replace testing, but being able to put in a test function for what you expect to happen, like super awesome. What is, the things it's suggesting is like weird. So guard let starting balance and guard starting balance dot is empty equals false, else return. You're able to do a bit of introspection with path, the underlying storage enum. It was kind of cool. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I bet that was cool. Yeah, this, I mean, like this playground, that playground thing is just gonna open up like so many like debugging opportunities, or even just like what I did was just like, whoa, this like is that really how it works? Like, that's insane. And it was. I still don't understand why. Let format it int balance. Gross. Sorry, I'm saying gross because there's a bunch of like loud cars outside. Throw.invalid input. Not really .invalid input, but sanitize int not. Very creative there on what error to throw. So then we need to create a transaction. And balance. So this would be a transaction repository dot insert. Ooh, this is where things get not hard but weird. Let's go actually first open the transaction. ID equals EU ID. False here. Equals .USD. We default to the dollar. I think that's right. I think that's all I need. Details, great. Details can actually be an empty string. I go back and forth on if it should be nil or not. And we can default these to .now. Great. Back. Like I said, I'm really, really bad at opening and closing Xcode like that. I mean, closing Xcode like that. The habit will never be gone, I'm sure. Alright, so that gave me defaults in the transaction init. Here. Alright, so we have the budget. Let's also get the period. Period. What else do I need for a transaction? Transaction account ID, which I have here with the saved account. The go away breakpoint. Oh, Pocket instance ID. There should... Oh, what Pocket instance should that go into? Like, if you add... I guess that should go into, like, waiting to assign, right? Like, the Pocket instance. But I need to get the... Yeah. This is where all the, like, fun things happen for the entities. So, like, a Pocket... We have a Pocket definition, which has each Pocket instance. A period is an active period should have a Pocket instance, I think. No, should be able to grab. So I need to get the system budget, the system pocket, but Pocket. Wow. Need to get system pocket with the instance for the active period. I'm pretty sure I'm overcomplicating these models a lot, because thank you for the follow, Lady Danny Soar. Thank you. I appreciate it. Also, thanks for sticking around. And it's fun having people come in, watch what's going on, watch me think through processes and stuff. I like to explain it out loud. It's a good time. So thank you. I appreciate it. Cool. So yeah, we need to get the system I like I said, I think I'm really over complicating these models and their relationships, because I'm also thinking of how I kind of just brought them all over from the back end of things instead of trying to morph them into the front end. But so here we are. Okay, so give me a tab. Not a tab. I lied. Don't give me a tab. Command Control T. There we go. I want to see my models. Where are they? They are here. So we have a budget period, pocket definition. So this is going to give me so I need to find the pocket definition based on the name. I know that there is a set name for system. So we need to do pocket repository dot fetch. Is there a oh, so this is going to give me all the pocket instances for the period ID. Will the pocket instances work? Yeah, try. Oh, wait. Let instances equal that. I totally forgot if it does. Pocket instance. No, I still need the definition ID. So I still need the definition ID for the system pocket. So this doesn't work. I feel like there's a thing on the repository waiting to be added. So oh, I do. I have one for the period ID and definition ID. There's probably a one that I could add to that specifically to get the period, to get the specific system pocket instance of the given ID, but we'll just do it this way. So let's let definition equals try await. All right, Lady Danny Sawyer, thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for taking this work is cool. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Have a great night, and yeah, catch you in the next one. I try to sign on around 8 p.m. Pacific time every Wednesday. Sometimes I do a random Sunday stream. I'm 50-50 on if I'm gonna do one this Sunday, to be honest. But we'll see what happens. But again, thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it, and I will catch you in the next one. Let's do try wait. Do I have one that fetches a pocket definition? I have one that fetches all pocket definitions based on ID. I don't have one that just does it by name. Should I? Oh, I don't. Oh, wait. Pocket definition. Pocket repository dot. Well, we're just gonna do this a really harsh way. Not harsh, but yeah. Active budget. Sorry. Budget.id. So this is gonna give me the definition for this. This gets all the definitions, right? And then we can do dot filter dot first, where bling0.name. Is it system? This is where I need to eventually move these into a into an enum. That's not the one I was looking for. Pockets. Yeah. System. No. Wait. We're going for a very specific budget. We want to move this to amount to assign. Pocket definition. All right. I don't even need the groups. I just need the definition, right? So we have the definition here. So now we need to let instance equals dot. Wow, it's like really bad. And this is where nothing is great. Dot get pocket instance for so for a specific budget, right? No, for a specific period, so that'd be this period. Dot ID of the budget period of the budget, I think. Let's go make sure this is right. Get pocket instance. Yeah, for the period ID of the budget ID. Great. Can we go back into, where's my type? Here. Let's add in specific parameters. Can we do document? Oh, that's kind of cool. Just to isolate this one change. What does that do? Oh, that opens it in the thing. Okay. I like it. If there's an error, if the instance can't be found, or if retrieval fails, period ID, period pocket. Great. Awesome. And I don't need that anymore. Hey, how do I get out of this? Thank you. I would like to leave. Okay, it looks great. I do not know how to leave this back. Okay, great. Sweet. Now, at least when I do this, it gets a lot better so I can actually see what I'm doing. Alright, so we have this instance, so now we can do a let new transaction equals transaction for the period.id. Oops. Account ID. What is the account ID? What is it? Where save account .id. Amount. That's going to be the saved. I mean the sanitized or int balance. Date occurred. Dot now. Transaction. I thought that pocket instance ID. Is that after? Yeah. There is also one that I want to fill out called details. Starting balance for account for saved account dot name. What do you mean? This literally. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Ah. Helps when I spell things correctly. If I don't spell things right, well, that's an issue. so I have the transaction, so now we need to save the transaction. So let's do try await transaction repository dot insert. Is that it? All right, I think that saves everything. I should probably put some logs in here. So let's do, I'm gonna guess that this doesn't actually like return anything. Yeah, it doesn't. I know, Thorks. We'll go out soon. PB logger. Import OS log. What's it called? Oh, I just did an exit. All right, well, I will come back and do the logger. My dog needs to go outside, so I'll come back in like 5 to 10 minutes. Y'all sit tight, listen to some synthwave, and I'll BRB you. All right, dog is taken care of. I'm back. Mike is not muted for the first time after me coming back. I'm probably, we'll see how much longer I go. Maybe another hour-ish. So let's hop in. Let's get Xcode opened again, because that's annoying. Still live, which is great. Like the mic is still working. All right. It totally was, but okay. Great. So let's do. It should just be logger. Log. Budget service dot info. Save transaction. Log category dot budget service dot info. Created new account. Again, just so that I can see in the logs what's going on. Logger.log category dot budget service dot debug. Yeah, I think actually most of these can be debugged. They're not really going to be too useful outside of debugging right now. Hold on, 1 second. Okay, she's gone back. You want to come back? Okay. Sorry, there were lots of noises, like cat yelling noises, because the dog wanted in and wouldn't let him pass. He's back. The cat, one of the other cats, wanted to come in. It was a time. Debug. Starting balance not given, so not adding initial. Not adding them. That throws an error, so that'll be fine. Definition, instance here. Yeah, I think these are great. That's enough, to be honest. That's fine. Going back into new money account view. Right, so this is starting balance is a double, right? So I actually do need to format this with a dollar, with like currency, I guess, like the locale, the current locale currency makes sense to me. But actually we'll just format it with the USD locale for now, whatever that is. So let's try this. Open this up. I'm gonna copy paste that. So, oops, yeah, that, whoops, no, hold on, sorry. Wrong thing I'm copying and pasting. There we go. So should Should we go account name, starting balance, and then account type? Or I think we'll actually switch it up completely. I like the pickers at the top. So the very first thing you need to do is pick your account type, and then you give it the account name, and then we'll go for the initial balance. So balance. I really need to work on localization at some point. Starting balance dot greater than 0.0. I'm assuming that works. I guess it's not. So if it's greater than 0.0, 0, or 1, 12, or 0. Yeah. No. I don't understand. These seem backwards, but okay. So there is a way to do a formatter here in the text field. UI text field. But it doesn't matter if I can't access the Apple docs. Let's do that. Okay. So format style, making use of existing formatters. Limit any input to any set of characters. Let's see what Claude has to say. Text field, it needs to take in it needs to represent a currency, starting balance, but I'd like it to be formatted based on a currency selection, which for now is USD. It will be passed into a function as a string. How do you best suggest I do this in a SwiftUI view? Where the user can only type numbers. Okay. I think that makes sense. I think that's a good start. Hold the raw numeric value, amount text to string, currency. Okay, but the currency, formatter is stuck to 2 digits and doesn't take into account the currency. Alright, so there are several countries worldwide that use currencies worldwide that use more than 2 decimal places. So, is there not something smarter? I have the currency stored in, what's the format that I'm using exactly? Currency. ISO 4217. Currency code. Okay. It seems like a lot to add in here, but I think it'll work. I don't know, are number formatters as expensive as like date formatters to actually format in? Even cleaner approach, built-in currency handling. I don't like it going into a decimal number though. Oh, okay, and then it takes it into a string. Format.current. Oh, because it has a currency. I see. Oh, yeah, that's what I want. So let's... I don't like that it's a decimal, but let's do it. I did not expect a new account view alone to take 2 hours and 15 minutes, but here we are. Alright, so we have here, we need the decimal. So let's make it a decimal instead of a... Alright, then what? We have this currency formatter, which, like... Let's just do an extension. Import foundation, I'm guessing. Extension, number formatter, static, var currency formatter. Can we do a let? Oh. Currency dot raw value. That should be fine. Oh, or find specific current. No, that's fine. We'll let it be the current locale, no matter what the currency is, right? So this number formatter, I'm really going above and beyond, considering I'm only gonna like release this in the USD to begin with, in the US to begin with. So amount as string. Where'd this go? All right. I took care of that in the last thing. Then, where is this currency formatter used? Use in the cleaner example. Oh. So it's just not used. Move to trash. Chunky. If I need it, I'll bring it back. I'm down to not do something that's not necessary though. there should be, there we go. Bling, starting, balance, formatter, currency. I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think there's a currency. Yeah, it doesn't have, that doesn't exist. Currency does not exist. For some reason, I still don't think it's gonna work. Oops, raw value. Maybe it will. I don't know. Let's. Cannot convert. Alright, I don't know why it, I mean, I guess it said if I wanted to stick with that. Okay, so let's, trash, come back, please, because I mistakenly did this. Put back. Number formatter dot USD. Get rid of this. Oh, and we want the decimal keypad type to be decimal pad. Then, why? Okay, thank you. And then, what else? Is that it? That all I need? And then we have a string. Don't know why it does this. It just made it I don't even need it to be a decimal. I just need it. But is it safe to convert double to string like that? I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't. I really just need it to go into an integer. Can I not? Without floating point precision issues, so, okay. So I could just keep it as a decimal here and then do what I had before. Okay, that's fine. And then equals, what is it? Okay, so this here, what I'm doing here for let name type starting balance is purely so I can, do this. So I can, not do this. So, because in Swift 6, it breaks if you don't capture the variables as like constants before. So I just kind of do that there so you can go into a task and do what it needs to do with Swift concurrency. Okay, so this is broken though, right? So let's, why is it broken? I don't understand why it's overlaying. That's fine. We'll make this be a little bit better anyway. Let's change this to an H stack. Oh yeah, that doesn't exist here. Oh, wait, hold on. The Z stack was just broken. Initial balance is still weird, but I'll... Is it greater than or equal to? We'll just keep it. I don't care enough. It was cool on the first one, but it's fine. It's not working. I don't want to keep fiddling with it. Text field dot text field style dot rounded border. I don't need offsets. And I don't need opacity or the animation. Let's do dot foreground style dot secondary though. Wait, why is this? Should be here. There we go. Alright, so now it's all properly spaced. I was like, the spacing looks weird. It was weird because I didn't have it right. Alright, so then add account should work. So now where is add account gonna go? Like, where does this view go? I think it should dashboard view. Nope, not dashboard. App view. Here where it says new transaction, if accounts are empty. If accounts are empty and budgets are empty, then all right, Nutter, have a good night. It is early for you. Go get some sleep, get some rest. I appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out. And for anyone who likes what I'm doing, definitely go check out Nutterfi on Twitch, because he does some awesome like gaming and like dev related stuff. So if you really like enjoy like watching me work, you are more than likely going to enjoy watching him work on his apps and then play video games also. So definitely go give him a shout out. Go give him a follow, twitch.tv/Nutterfi. Yeah, of course, anytime. Have a great night. And I think you stream tomorrow, right? So I'll catch you the next time you stream for sure, if it's not tomorrow. If accounts are empty, then we should show add accounts view. Yes, hopefully. Ah, yes. I totally understand the hopefully. Alright, so this is where I kind of need to start. Let's go into budget service. Good night. Money accounts. Oh, did I not use definition? I thought I did. Hold on, I'm very confused here. Oh, definition ID. So this should be definition. Guard let system, amount to assign. I noticed that this wasn't actually calling this correctly. Else read. That no amount to assign. And this is a critical error. This is like a fatal error actually. Cool. Amount to assign.id. Cool. Okay, so that makes sense now. Amount to assign ID is here. Perfect. So that makes way more sense how we're gonna get the instance there. This is where like actually like type-driven design would have saved me instead of just having this. And I was going a little bit lax here because like on the back end I was going a little bit heavier. Where if I had like a definition ID type instead of just two UUIDs, I wouldn't have been able to do that. But alas, I didn't put one in. So I might go back and revisit that later. But that is a case where type-driven design actually would have saved me there. I've been kind of toying with that idea a bit whenever I'm doing stuff like this. So here, okay, sorry, where was I? I was here. Let's do a func does budget have accounts? No async, no wait, just does the budget have accounts? You know what? I know that this says, like, saves it, but why not have a variable here? It's observable. Var has accounts. Equals false. So when the budget is low, we'll have to do something in the init here. Accounts exist for a... So we'll have to do this at some point. I don't actually load any type of budget, right? I don't think so. I need to actually load a budget when the app launches. Let's add this as a to-do. Load last used budget when app launches. That's probably going to be more important, I think, than actually figuring out these flows, unfortunately. It's probably what I should work on next. But we'll deal with it. As accounts equals false. Let's go into money accounts. When this is saved. Here. Has accounts. Let's do this on the main actor. Await main actor dot run. Has accounts equals true. We're gonna call this on the main actor because this can change UI. So let's just add a note here. On main actor, since this variable can change UI. Oh my goodness, my dog. He is ridiculous. Great. It's a new transaction. So dot if so basically what I want to do, I was thinking of doing is if there's no accounts, when you go here, we're gonna add an account. Because then you have to add an account first before you even get a transaction. So if add transaction, else new money account view dot environment budget service. This is going to give me a preview with a budget, so it should actually, we should be able to here kind of see this in action. Oh, JK, it crashed. Why did it crash? Come back. Tell me what happened, please. Assertion failure. Did I hold on. I might have not replaced the button function. Haha, implement add account. I did implement it. I just didn't say to actually call the function. Let's go back. Let's try again. Great, and we see add transaction now. Sweet, so I think that probably works fine. I probably should do like a VStack here. I don't necessarily like the text all like that. It's fine. I also though wonder, I hate design. This probably needs to go here, like in the middle, like underneath add an account. This probably needs to add an account, probably needs to be about our title. I think for right now, though, we're gonna call this fine. Screenshot this though. One sec, hold on. Let me open a note. Back. What's this called? Add an account when no. Add an account. Fix. Add an account view. I want to. Can I like? I could like mark up on this. I guess not here. Cool. Move title to actually be a title. Put text underneath title. Should we, if we're gonna move the title up to be like a true title, like if you're thinking about like reminders or something, like there's always the title at the top. Should this move all the way up? Should it move all the way down? Still stay in the center? I think it's fine to stay in the center, maybe, because it's still gonna have this in the middle. So underneath title. I guess that's really it that needs to happen. Share. Copy. Isn't there like a copy link option? I really thought there was like a link option. I just invite with link, open pages. Maybe that'll like. I really thought that we used to have a link option in notes. Am I lying? Did I make that up? I wonder if I can just drag and drop. Let's try. No, I can't. Okay, cool. Fix, add, account, view, info. I really thought that I could. That's adding a link from an app. Oh my gosh. Create a link with reminders. Why do I want to create a link with reminders? Like, why can't I just like share the app? Anyway. See. Note. Fix. Add an account view. Anyway, that was silly. And put text title underneath. This is only for when there are no accounts on the budget. All right, so that got say. I mean, I took my note to do that. We saw me struggle with trying to find a link in notes. I swear that's a thing you could do at one point. What's next? I think the next thing would be the transaction flow to get this added in so that you can see it. Because that's, I mean, I guess in transactions, you'd actually have options to like filter by accounts to see your accounts. So yeah, that's maybe another thing to do also. Make own view. Yeah, we could do that. In the transactions view, add the like accounts option. But I don't want to do that tonight. So let's do. This is still working on the flow, so still in transactions list view, add filter. I'm thinking like a filter button to show. There's a filter button, and that's where you're gonna see your accounts, and the ability to add an account, which will open that new view. Selecting a filter, an account will show all transactions for that account. deselecting will remove those transactions from the view, or show all transactions no matter the account in the view. No, if no account is selected. Does that make sense? Sorry, I'm just doing cleanup work to know what I'm gonna do next. I don't know. I usually work on this not on stream also, so this is just cleanup work at the end of the night. I think I'm kind of done coding, to be honest. Let's get this committed. So, let's see what cursor likes to say. I usually add it because it's a bit nicer. Comes out with a good summary. Push. Great, those are added. What else needs to be done? Whoops, why is it showing everything? Anyway, I don't know why it's showing my whole like reminders view. Anyway, we're gonna load the last use budget when it apps. It's gonna be the next thing we do though. Finish up this, and then we'll use that. And then once this is done, I can actually run it in the simulator a lot better. Transaction flow for account. I think after this, we would do show all transactions in the transaction list. I think that's enough. I'm not going to add any more because we'll just keep adding more as we keep working on this, or as I keep working on this. Anyway, I'm done for the night. I kind of can't go any longer. I'm good. I got to sleep and do work tomorrow. So thanks everyone for hanging out with me for these next couple hours, or for these last couple hours. I really appreciate it. It was a fun time. It was a good time. I'm struggling with Xcode 26, breaking some workflows that I'm very much used to, but here we are. I gotta live with that, what Apple gives me. Chat GPT wasn't that great, to be honest. It's still a little bit frustrating. Claude is working better for me, it seems, but I will, oh, Joyswix, thank you so much for subscribing on YouTube. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so chat GPT, meh. Open Claude is great. I might get my API key in there and try that out soon. We'll see how much I want to spend on that though. Yeah, but other than that, I think macOS 26 and Xcode 26 are, for beta 1s, are decently smooth. I will see, I think I'm planning on for sure being back next Wednesday. So make sure you subscribe, follow if you haven't already. And I will be back next Wednesday and we can chat about more of what's happened in this app. Chat about how I've been liking using macOS more, same with iOS and Xcode. And besides that, I will see y'all next time. I might stream on Sunday, again, 50-50 chance on that. But for sure, next Wednesday, again, subscribe, follow, you'll get the notifications, and I will see you next time. Bye, y'all.